आकर 26 लोगों की गोलियों से छलनी करते हैं, ये सूचना रक्षा मंत्री ने नहीं दी।
उन्होंने एक बार भी हमसे यह नहीं पूछा कि हमारी सेनाओं ने दुश्मन के कितने विमान मारे रहे।
आज ये खुद कह रहे हैं कि हमारा मकसद युद्ध का नहीं था। हम पूछना चाहते क्यों नहीं था, होना चाहिए था।
देश मंत्री यहाँ स्टेटमेंट कर रहा है, उस पर भरोसा नहीं है, उनको किसी और देश पर भरोसा है, इसीलिए ये वहां बैठे हैं और 20 साल तक वहीं बैठने वाले।
There was no call between the Prime Minister and President Trump.
यह ऑपरेशन केवल पाज किया गया है। टेररिस्ट कैंप्स और उनके सपोर्टर्स को टारगेट करना, उन्हें नष्ट नाबूद करना।
Today's Lok Sabha session witnessed a fierce debate on Operation Sindoor, India's counter-offensive to the Pahalgam terror attack. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh defended the operation, saying it's paused, not over, while the opposition, led by Gaurav Gogoi, questioned how terrorists managed to infiltrate inside Pahalgam. Listen in to some of those important sound bites coming in through the day on that big story that we are tracking.
कभी कभी हमारे प्रतिपक्ष के लोग ये पूछते रहे हैं कि हमारे कितने विमान गिरे। मुझे लगता है उनका यह प्रश्न हमारी राष्ट्रीय जनभावनाओं का सही से प्रतिनिधित्व नहीं कर रहा है। मुझे लगता है उन्होंने एक बार भी हमसे यह नहीं पूछा कि हमारी सेनाओं ने दुश्मन के कितने विमान मारे रहे। यदि उन्हें प्रश्न पूछना ही है अध्यक्ष महोदय, तो उनका प्रश्न यह होना चाहिए, क्या भारत ने आतंकवादी ठिकानों को तबाह किया? तो उसका उत्तर है हाँ। आपको प्रश्न पूछना है तो यह प्रश्न पूछिए, क्या ऑपरेशन सिंदूर सफल रहा? तो उसका उत्तर है हाँ। आपको प्रश्न पूछना है तो यह पूछिए कि इस ऑपरेशन में क्या हमारे जाबाज सैनिकों को कोई क्षति हुई है? तो उसका उत्तर है नहीं।
रक्षा मंत्री होने के नाते ये नहीं कहा कि पहलगाम में दहशतगर्द कैसे आए। कहीं ना कहीं एक सरकार में एक अहंकार आ चुका है। इंटेलिजेंस और सिक्योरिटी जो फ्रेमवर्क है, एस्टैब्लिशमेंट है, जो लोग हैं जो निर्णय लेते हैं इंटेलिजेंस और सिक्योरिटी की, आज उनमें एक अहंकार आ गया है कि चाहे जितनी भी बड़ी गलती हो उन पर कोई सवाल नहीं उठा सकता। लेकिन आज हम सवाल उठा रहे हैं। नैतिक जिम्मेवारी आपको लेनी पड़ेगी। आप लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर के पीछे नहीं छुप सकते। आप लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर के पीछे ये केंद्र सरकार नहीं छुप सकती।
They attacked tourists and we attacked terrorists. We did not target Pakistan's civilians. Sir, this is not a reaction. This is a doctrine. This is the Modi doctrine. This is the new normal which Pakistan has now understood. India of today is not the India of 2008. This is very important because this turnaround, this new normal is because of our changed policies.
आपके सभी वक्तव्यों में कहा गया है कि पाकिस्तान घुटनों पे था। आप ही कह रहे हैं अगर पाकिस्तान घुटनों पे था तो सीज फायर की, जो सीज फायर जिसको आपने स्वीकृति दी और आप कह रहे हैं कि हमने सीज फायर को माना, अगर पाकिस्तान घुटनों में था तो सीज फायर की क्या जस्टिफिकेशन है? अमेरिका की एक ट्वीट ने आपके युद्ध विराम की घोषणा से पहले की।
External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar has squashed any speculation that US President Donald Trump played a role either by threatening to withhold trade or speaking on behalf of the Pakistani army negotiating an India-Pakistan ceasefire to end Operation Sindoor. Listen in to a slice of the commentary that was made when Dr. Jaishankar spoke on the floor of the House.
On the 10th of May, we received phone calls sharing the impression of other countries that Pakistan was ready to cease the fighting. Our position was, if Pakistan was ready, we needed to get this as a request from the Pakistani side through the DGMO channel. That is exactly how that request came. At no stage in any conversation with the United States was there any linkage with trade and what was going on. Secondly, please listen. Secondly, there was no call between the Prime Minister and President Trump from the 22nd of April, when President Trump called up to convey his sympathy, and the 17th of June, when he called up Prime Minister in Canada to explain why he could not meet. We highlighted that 9 sites had been targeted, and we said that our actions are focused, measured, and non-escalatory in nature. And we were living up to the commitment that those responsible for this attack will be held accountable. Today, when I hear many questions from across the aisle, I want to say, which one of you imagined that Bhavalpur and Muridke would be brought down the way it was? Which one of you thought? When did you even think of it during your tenure? Did it even cross your mind? In fact, on the contrary, you ruled it out after 26/11. Warnings about China, cautions about China, China is planning this, China is planning that. But sir, I want to remind this House, Doklam crisis was on. The leader of opposition decided to get a briefing from whom? Not from the government, not from the emir, from the Chinese ambassador. He took his briefing from the Chinese ambassador when our military was confronting the Chinese military in Doklam.
Viewers, as Defence Minister Rajnath Singh began the Operation Sindoor debate in Parliament, security forces scored a massive win today by gunning down 3 Pakistani terrorists in an encounter near Srinagar. 2 of them involved in the Pahalgam terror attack, in which 26 innocents were murdered in cold blood. Suleiman Shah, a Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorist, was identified as the mastermind of the April 22nd terror attack that shook the country. Security sources have confirmed that he was among the terrorists killed in the encounter today early morning. And today's operation, named Operation Mahadev, neutralized 2 other terrorists, Abu Hamza and Yasir. Yasir too is believed to be among the Pahalgam killers. Security forces from the Army, CRPF and Jammu Kashmir Police were part of today's joint operation. Listen in to Vishnu Shom, who was decoding the importance and significance of Operation Mahadev.
The operation itself to get these terrorists was particularly difficult. The camp was found at an altitude of 13,000 feet on a ridgeline which had been fairly heavily used by security forces after Pahalgam to try and see if there were terrorists in that area. And the sense that security agencies get is that it's because of the large presence of Indian soldiers in that area that these terrorists, who were hardened terrorists, were not given the opportunity to be able to settle in one place. Over a period of time, they would possibly have been tipped off to the presence of these terrorists, possibly through communications intercepts. We do not know 100%. But on Monday morning at approximately 9 a.m., there was that encounter which began. 3 of these terrorists were eliminated. Very, very rugged terrain, fully forested, near vertical climbs in some of these regions. The terrorists themselves would have been potentially special forces commandos, one of them believed to be the mastermind behind Pahalgam. The NIA is now probing to finalize or to ascertain their identities before any new revelations are actually made. One way or the other, in the fight against terrorism, this is a major step which has taken place.
All right, viewers, a quick break. We return with more stories on the other side. Stay tuned. Now, viewers, MNS workers are once again in the spotlight, this time for 2 separate acts of vigilantism caught on camera. In Sindoor, they stormed into an excise office and garlanded Inspector Milind Garud with liquor bottles, accusing him of turning a blind eye to the illegal sale of liquor from Goa. The party claims it had submitted evidence months ago, but no action was taken. In another video from Kalyan, MNS men are seen assaulting a coaching center director, hurling a water bottle at him and slapping him. They alleged high fees and poor teaching standards. Another instance of MNS's Gundaism going unchecked. A shocking case of apparent road rage turned sinister in Jammu's Gandnagar area, where a Thar SUV rammed into a scooty only to reverse and hit the rider again. Eyewitnesses say the second hit appeared to be a deliberate attempt to kill. The scooty rider was left critically injured and is currently unconscious, undergoing treatment at GMC in Jammu. Doctors say his condition remains serious. Police have detained Thar's owner for questioning. However, the driver of the SUV is currently absconding and a manhunt is underway to nab him. Turning attention now to Karnataka, where the Karnataka government on Monday revoked suspension of former Bengaluru Police Commissioner B. Dayananda and 3 other officers in connection with the Chinnaswamy Stadium stampede in which 11 people died. However, the suspension of Vikash Kumar, who was the additional Commissioner of Police West and in charge of stadium security, has not been revoked. The Siddaramaiah-led government issued the revocation order following representations by the suspended officers and the submission of 2 inquiry reports. The inquiries were conducted to investigate the stampede that took place during the RCB team's IPL victory celebrations. Actor and former MP Diva Spandana, or also called Ramya, has filed a formal complaint with the Karnataka State Women's Commission and the Bengaluru Police Commissioner after facing a barrage of online abuse, rape threats and vulgar messages from supporters of actor Darshan. The abuse followed her social media post welcoming the Supreme Court's sharp observations against the Karnataka High Court's decision to grant bail to actor Darshan in the ongoing Renukaswamy murder case. The Karnataka State Women's Commission, in a letter sent on Monday, urged the Bengaluru Police Commissioner to take action against the surge of online abuse directed at women. All right, turning attention now to the other story that we're tracking on the show. A case of a brazen murder comes to light from Tamil Nadu's Tirupur district as an advocate was hacked to death. Police say that the reason behind the murder was a suspected property dispute. 6 people have been arrested in the murder case, including the owner of a private school, and the investigation is still being carried out. I believe Sam is joining us for more on this. Let's quickly get in Sam Daniels with the latest. All right, let's get Sam Daniels to tell us more on this story. Go ahead, Sam, fill us in with the inputs that you have.
Well, police say an advocate based in Tirupur was hacked to death by a group at a school premises this afternoon. And now they have arrested 6 members, including the owner of a private school. And investigators say a property dispute between 2 individuals has triggered this murder. Investigation is underway. So far, 6 people have been arrested. And this comes amid allegations of rising crime and declining law and order in Tamil Nadu. But the police and the ruling DMK have denied allegations, saying that in every such case, tough action, swift action is being taken and the perpetrators brought to justice. And in this case, the person killed is a lawyer, and police at the moment blame it on a property dispute with regard to a private school in Tirupur.
Leave it there. Sam Daniels joining us on the phone line to fill us in with the latest on that story. Turning attention now to Odisha, where floods have wreaked havoc in Balasore in Odisha due to rising water levels of the river Subarnarekha and several others. Balasore district has been the worst affected by floods. Here about 100 villages have been submerged in flood water, due to which life has been disrupted. As per government information, so far 46 panchayats in 7 blocks have been affected and 2,900 people have been shifted to safer places. 17 relief camps have also been arranged for the people. Let's get in this report that's been filed by my colleague Dev Kumar.
Odisha flood crisis worsens. 6 districts are affected by flood, but Balasore, Bhadrak and Jajpur badly affected due to flood. I would like to show you the visuals. I am right now from the zero ground of Baleswar district, Bhograi block, the mostly affected block. As many as 6 districts in Odisha are grappling with a flood-like situation due to ocean, due to the swollen rivers caused by continuous rainfall for the past couple of days due to low pressure system. But we could see the visuals, the disturbing visuals from here, where the villagers are just in water. This is the road. This is the road that connects to the house. Those you could see in the visuals are there. A couple of houses are there where those are completely in water, and people are facing a lot of problems. And mostly affected village. I would like to take some reactions from the villagers, those who are here. भैया आप इस गांव की है?
हाँ, इस गांव का
कैसा हालत है यहाँ की? मतलब
यहाँ की हालत परिस्थिति बहुत ख़राब है सर। बाकी ये पानी का वजह से सर बहुत हैरान है। अभी 6-7 बार हो गया है इधर का बाढ़, बाकी पानी में भरा हुआ है। इसी वजह से सर प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है आने जाने के लिए, और खाने पीने के लिए खाना भी नहीं है। क्या करें, खाना पाना सब कुछ है ही नहीं। हाँ, ये रास्ता है सर ये रास्ता है।
कमर तक की पानी,
कमर तक की पानी है
हमेशा जब बाढ़ आता है,
देख रहे हैं सर आप।
हमेशा जब बाढ़ आता है
हाँ, पानी हमेशा है।
प्रशासन पुलिस पहुंचे यहाँ पे?
प्रशासन तो कोई पहुंचा नहीं है अभी। सरकार का तरफ से कुछ पहुंचा भी नहीं है अभी तक। सर आप लोग को आप पहुंचे हैं अभी, ये पहली बार है। ये जो इंक्वायरी आप कर रहे हैं ये पहली बार है, बाकी ये दूसरी बार तो ऐसा है, आया ही नहीं कोई।
With us joining is the Bhograi MLA, Mr. Das, Mr. Gautam Buddha Das, who is monitoring the situation, and I would like to take his reaction. Sir, how is the situation right now in Bhograi?
You see, the situation is precarious. The situation, we are facing a lot of danger from Suvarnarekha. जब से ये साल शुरू हुआ है, इस साल में ये 5th फ्लड है। हम लोग फेस कर रहे हैं 5th फ्लड है। सुवर्णरेखा में बिना बारिश के फ्लड हो रहा है। ये पिक्यूलियर थिंग्स है।
अभी तक कितना इमरजेंसी टीम मोबिलाइज्ड हुआ है यहाँ पे?
देखिए, जो मेरे पास जो इन्फॉर्मेशन है, 26 इमरजेंसी टीम्स आर हियर इन डिप्लॉयड हियर, एंड NDRF टीम्स और ड्राफ्ट टीम्स दे आर आल्सो डिप्लॉयड हियर। बट ये फ्लड को सिचुएशन को कंट्रोल करने के लिए ये काफ़ी नहीं है। हम लोग के पास सरकारी सुविधा आना चाहिए, जितना रेशन आना था, जितना आना चाहिए था, वो नहीं आया अभी तक।
बट यू आर नाउ प्रैक्टिकली रिव्यूइंग दिस फ्लड सिचुएशन फ्रॉम द जीरो ग्राउंड विथ योर टीम मेंबर, and you have a past experience also. So if we talk about the past experience and the present situation, what is the difference? Is there any difference?
Everybody knows the past government, the Navin Patnaik government, they are number one in disaster management in the country, and the model, everybody following the model. But now the government, they are not taking any lessons from our previous government. ये सरकार सिर्फ नाम के वास्ते हैं, और जो सिचुएशन है उसको कंट्रोल करने के लिए वो फ्लड सिचुएशंस को डिजास्टर जो है, डिजास्टर को मैनेजमेंट करने के लिए ये उन लोगों ने कोई उनका कोई मन नहीं है।
19-year-old Diva Deshmuk beat 38-year-old Koneru Hampi in an all-Indian final to become the first Indian champion of the FID Women's Chess World Cup. Diva beat Hampi using black pieces in the second rapid tiebreaker game on Monday in Georgia to clinch the crown. After 2 days of intense classical chess ending in draws, the winner had to be decided via the tiebreaker on Monday. Koneru Hampi and Diva Deshmuk played out a draw in the first rapid tiebreaker before Divya triumphed in the second. The win helps Divya earn the Grandmaster title and also ensures her qualification to the candidates tournament.
And here's the first exclusive interview of Divya Deshmuk after she won the Chess World Cup. Divya, thank you very much for joining us on the phone line from Batumi. Give us your first reaction, please.
I am very happy and I'm very relieved that I got my Grandmaster title.
There are only 4 women in India who are Grandmasters. Do you have an idol?
I think there are a lot of things to look up to from a lot of people. I don't have anyone specific in my mind right now.
Divya, how was it beating Koneru Hampi? She's a huge role model, a woman equivalent to Vishwanathan Anand.
I think she's an incredible player and super strong, and I have huge respect for her. And this wasn't our first matchup, so it wasn't something new, but definitely clinching the World Cup has been great.
In having won this, you have also qualified for the candidates tournament. Tell us what's going to be your strategy. Vishwanathan Anand says that you have broken the Chinese wall.
I don't think I've had enough time to even think about it. I was just very invested in the tournament, so I think I need some more time.
Right, I do understand you will need some time to soak in this moment. But before I let you go, one fun thing we saw about you is the nail art. We've seen Mary Kom, we've seen PV Sindhu. What is your about, if you could tell our viewers?
There's nothing much really. It's just a chessboard on the nail.
Very interesting, Divya. I know you're in a hurry. I'll let you go and pick up your World Cup medal, the maiden World Cup medal for India in the Chess World Cup. Divya Deshmuk has become the 88th Grandmaster of India and only the 4th woman. Vishizar, thank you very, very much for joining us at this hour. Many congratulations to you too for Divya winning this World Cup. You've shown the way. Yesterday you said that Divya has the momentum. Would you say that she converted that momentum into the win?
I think yes, when the opportunity appeared, she grabbed it. But today on the chessboard, Hampi lost more than Divya won. I mean, Divya grabbed her chance, but Hampi's collapse was very strange to see. And so I really think, I mean, it's happened to me, it's happened to many people. When your nerves give way, they just give way. And that's what happened to Hampi. But full marks to Divya for not letting that happen to her. Her nerves did not give way, and I think that's to be commended on her part.
And she won with the black pieces. Is that significant because she's known to be favorite with the white pieces?
Well, if you get a winning position, you win with the color that you have, and I think that's pretty much what happened. But in this tournament, she's been quite good with both colors. I agree, probably a little bit more effective with white, but she's been quite good with both colors. And in fact, since chess is a game where you'll play 50-50, it's best to do it with both colors.
She also becomes the 88th Grandmaster of India. How significant is that?
That's a huge accomplishment because there are very few girls who have become got the open title. And she's also one of a very select number of women across the world who have attained this title. Obviously, starting, we can go back to Judith Polgar, but a small group. And she joins that elite group, and I hope it inspires her. I hope it shows her what she's capable of, or confirms to her that what she's capable of, and she will benefit from this confidence.
Both Divya and Hampi have now qualified for the candidates. What are you expecting of them when they actually go to that tournament?
It's a very difficult competition. In fact, India had two representatives last time as well. Last time it was Koneru Hampi and Vaishali. This year it's Koneru Hampi and Divya, but we could still have more women joining them. It's difficult. The Chinese are very strong. They have several representatives, but as you see here, if we are able to compete with them on even terms, then that really gives them the confidence that they can do so in future as well.
All right, with that, it's a wrap on the show. Thanks so much for watching.